Friends, I'm sure you've all been watching the exciting new AI features that Apple launched in iOS 18 at WWDC 2024. Now, you've probably already heard that their AI does a lot of cool things like reviewing and composing email, making Siri finally genuinely a proper intelligent assistant that can understand what you're asking for and have context on what you're doing on the screen at that time. Now, I'm going to cover all of these features in a different video, but the best thing about Apple's AI called Apple Intelligence is not what it can do, but how it can do it. Okay, so for quick context, Apple launched its deeply integrated AI functionality across all of its devices and operating systems in one go, and it's called Apple Intelligence. This intelligence system uses generative and multimodal AI in the backend that's powered by their collaboration with ChatGPT, and a lot of computational logic and computational power that's built by Apple on top of that, both as software and also hardware in the form of Apple's own processors. Now, to be clear, this is not them just using ChatGPT and calling it something else with a wrapper. They've actually taken the core of ChatGPT's large language and multimodal models, and on top of it built this thing they call the semantic index that can surface all of the relevant information from across your apps. So if you ask it a question like, now that my meeting's moved by 2 hours, can I still make it to my friend's party? It uses a customized large language model powered by ChatGPT to understand what you mean. That there's a meeting that you're talking about which must have just come into your email. There's some friend who must have mentioned a party and invited you. There must be a location in the invite. There must be a time. The fact that you need all of this information is the part that ChatGPT plays. Then Apple's semantic index looks for and surfaces the relevant information from all of your apps on the phone to answer these questions. It pulls out the email with the meeting time change. It looks for a friend who invited you to a party and looks at the invitation. It finds the location and then it puts it into the Maps app to calculate the traffic and the time that it's going to take, and then probably feeds it back into ChatGPT's generative model, which then decides what to reply to you. The best way to simplify this is, what if you ask ChatGPT this question: can I still make it to my friend's party even though my meeting just moved? Then it asks you a series of questions. When is your meeting? What time is it? What time is the party? Who's the friend? And where are you going? And then you fed it back all of this information, and then it answered the question. The part where you had to find and feed it the information is what Apple's semantic index is able to do in the blink of an eye. That's pretty cool. They've taken a capability and made it uniquely useful to you in the context of your information. And the even cooler part, which I actually think is the best thing about Apple Intelligence, is the privacy that they've built in that separates them from Google and Microsoft and ChatGPT itself. Wondering what I mean? Let me explain. Google, Microsoft and ChatGPT tend to store your data in their servers and use that to give you the most useful results to your queries using AI. Now, this is great for you, but they are also storing your private data and potentially using it to their benefit to better target ads to you and make money from advertisers. It also exposes you to risks, to massive leaks that can happen when hackers hack the servers of companies. Now, on the other hand, Apple does all of its processing on board your iPhone using Apple Silicon, and when it needs more power, it sends the data to its private cloud where only the relevant data is sent and it's never stored. That is a big deal. Apple for a while now has been differentiating itself from competitors by its privacy norms, and in today's day, this really matters to consumers. So what do you think? Do you care about privacy on your smartphone? Do you think Apple Intelligence meets your expectations? Let me know in the comments, and see you on the next video soon.